going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am back again with another video, another Football Sunday video. And before I get started, I'm going to type in my record for last week. Well, before I even do that, I'm going to say that I actually won the Seattle game on Thursday. Seattle money line. Against the Cardinals. So that's already one win. Okay, I won that game. My record, let me get into my record now for the season. My record for the season is now 24-18 when it comes to picks that I've given you guys on YouTube and stuff like that. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, let me put the record here so that you guys can know. Those of you guys that may not have any value. Season record. Okay, so I won the Seattle game, which actually got me to 24 wins. And now these are my best bets for Sunday. First and foremost, I had the New York Jets covering the 9.5 against the Chargers. The 2-7 winless Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, how you gonna say 2-7 winless? 2-7, not such a good team. Los Angeles Chargers. I have the New York Jets covering the 9.5. And the reason why I have the Jets covering this spread is because as of late, the Jets have been playing better football, believe it or not, under Adam Gase, who still needs to go, by the way. He's a terrible coach. But they've been playing better. Look at the last 3 games they played against Kansas City, against the Patriots, and against even the Bills. I know Kansas City was a blowout. They lost 35-9, but that game was close going up into the third quarter until Kansas City decided to pull away. And the Jets got into the red zone in that game a lot. It's just that, they just can't. Adam Gase just can't coach his way out of a paper bag. So instead of, scoring touchdowns, at least on some of those possessions, they ended up kicking field goals. You know what I'm saying? And one of their field goals got blocked in that game, by the way. I forgot about that. But their last game against New England, they actually should have won that game. They lost that game because, again, bad coaching and Joe Flacco threw a bad interception on one of those drives in the fourth quarter when it was up by, I think they were still up by 10 in that game. So, yeah, they was up by 10 in the fourth quarter. They easily should have won that game against the Patriots. And now they're going up against the Charger team that they just can't get out of their own way. And they've been like this for years. And it would be so typical Chargers for them to drop a game to the winless Jets because they've done that several times. You know what I'm saying? How many times have they lost a game against a winless team? I remember 2000 and what year was it? 16. They lost to the winless Browns. They gave the Browns their first win, and they gave a lot of teams their first win over the last 10 years. And this year, typical same old Chargers. They find a way to lose a close game. They're in the game. They're doing well, and then just find a way to lose. Now they might win this game because the Jets are the Jets. They're a miserable football team, but I just think 9.5 is too much points for a team that's 2-7. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers are a 2-7 football team. They're not a good football team. They have a young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And they have a couple injuries too. And I think the Jets are playing good enough to at least keep that a 1-score game going into the fourth quarter and perhaps even win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, this is an upset special too. Like, I will not be surprised if the Jets win. I don't think I have the guts to pick the Jets. I was actually thinking about it, but I don't think I have the guts to do that. But I think they're gonna cover the spread. It's a big spread, man, for a team that's 2-7 like the Chargers. Come on now. And the next game on this list now is the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, The Eagles dropped the game to the Giants, a game that the Giants controlled throughout the majority of the game. Now they're playing against a team that, I'm not really all that impressed with. I am not. I've said it in my last video. I am not impressed with the Cleveland Browns. And I was actually right about the Houston Texans covering the spread, that +4 spread against the Cleveland Browns. And I'm picking against them again. I'm picking the Eagles to cover the spread. As a matter of fact, I think the Eagles are going to win this game, to be honest with you guys. I hope they don't, because I don't like the Eagles, but I think they're going to win. So, but I'm picking the safe pick, which is the 2.5 for them to at least cover the spread, because this is the NFL, anything can happen. There's a lot of fluky things be happening in these football games, and yeah, there you have it. I got the Eagles covering the 2.2.5, the +2.5 number against the Browns, because I just don't believe in the Browns. I just don't think they're a good football team. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, sure. They beat up on bad teams and stuff like that. They're pretty good against bad teams, but when the level of competition gets, steep and better, they lose, and they actually get blown out by the very good teams. Just look at their record. Look at the scores. Look at the Steelers game. Look at the Ravens game. They got blown out. And the Eagles, although they're not great this year, they still have a head coach that knows what he's doing, and they still have a lot of experience on their team. And they have a pedigree. They have that winning pedigree that the Browns don't have. So I really believe that this game is going to be a close game. I expect it to be close, but I think the Eagles' winning pedigree and their track record is going to take over in this game, and they're going to win this game, actually. I really believe they're going to win. You know what I'm saying? Now, Carson Wentz got to stop turning the ball over, and he's got to stop making terrible throws and taking terrible sacks and just looking lost on the field at times. But, I just think that, the Eagles are evenly killed with the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that, they're going to find a way to win this game. And that's all I have to say about that game. Now, the next game I have on this list is the Pittsburgh Steelers -10.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I believe the Steelers are just going to dominate this football game. I mean, come on now. I know Jacksonville played very close against Green Bay, but Green Bay's been a weird team the last couple of years. They've lost a lot of games that you thought they was going to win. I mean, that they should win, but they just lost or didn't play well, or the game was closer than expected. But this is a step up in class. You got a better defense in the Steelers, and you have an offense that's well-rounded and balanced. Good running game, very good quarterback, very good receivers, very good defense, very good coach, special teams. Recipe for disaster for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are just not a very good football team. They're 1-8, and they have injuries. So when you add it all up, it's just gonna add up to a miserable afternoon for the Jaguars. Yeah, the Jaguars. It's gonna be a very miserable afternoon for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So yeah, -10.5 for the Steelers. It's just too much going on for the Steelers right now. And plus, they're 7-2 against the spread. So add that into. You know what I'm saying? Every time I've betted on the Steelers this year, I hit the bank. So I'm going to keep riding that train. Now, this is a bit of a, I don't know why I put this on my best bets, because it's not exactly a best bet, but it's just, me running down the numbers and, going by the trends and track records and stuff like that of a team that goes on a nice little win streak like the Dolphins have, because that's who the Denver Broncos are playing. They're playing against the Dolphins. A team like the Dolphins was very young and still has a very inexperienced head coach, and like I said, they're a young team. They're on a win streak right now, but they're due to have like that little bump in the road. And I know they're winning right now, but they're still not a great football team. I mean, they don't have great talent. I expect this to be a letdown game for the Dolphins. They might still win the game, but I think the game is going to be close. And I think the Denver Broncos at home, this game is being played in Denver, I think they're going to do just enough to cover the spread. You know what I'm saying? The Denver Broncos actually are 5-4 against the spread. So I expect this to be a very close game. And they're home especially, so that's another reason why I expect it to be close. They usually play well at home. And I won't be surprised if they win the game. And the last game on this list is the Green Bay Packers. Now, Green Bay played a very close game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I knew they was going to win the game, but I didn't expect the game to be that close. But like I said, Green Bay at times can have that weird clunker. For whatever reason, they have those clunkers where they just come out and they just don't play like the Green Bay Packers. But in this game, with an even closer spread, I think the Green Bay Packers are going to actually play well against the Indianapolis Colts because number one is a step up in competition, which is actually going to motivate Aaron Rodgers to play well. And Rodgers usually plays well against very good defenses to begin with, well, except for the 49ers. I mean, yeah, the 49ers in recent years and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers earlier in the season. But other than that, he usually puts up very good numbers against very good defenses. The Colts have very good defense. And I don't expect Phillip Rivers to make enough plays to keep up with Aaron Rodgers. I think the game will be close, but I think the underdog Green Bay Packers are going to win the game actually and prevail and go to 8-2 in the season. I just think Aaron Rodgers is just going to be a little bit too much for the Colts. They might win the game by like a field goal or something like that because Green Bay tends to win these close games a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. New York Jets plus 9.5. Eagles plus 2.5. Steelers minus 5.5. Denver Broncos plus 3.5. Green Bay Packers plus 1.5. And like I said earlier, my record for the season so far is 24-18. Most of those losses actually was in the first 2 and 3 weeks when the season started and I was warming up. But ever since then, I just been hitting these picks left and right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on a hot streak right now because there's more data. You get to see what these teams do and all of that, and you can make a better analysis on these teams based on how they're playing. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it with that. And before I end this video, I would like to, tell you guys that I would appreciate if you, for those of you guys who are new to my channel and is watching this video right now, I would appreciate you guys if you would subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell to see some future videos that I post. And I will be leaving a bunch of links in my description of many different ways that you can get money through certain referral codes, such as the Chime Bank, for example. Whereas if you sign up using my link and you set up a direct deposit or use any gig economy app like Postmates, DoorDash, etc., and get paid from that, and link your routing number to that or whatever, you will get a $50 bonus, free $50 bonus. You know what I'm saying? If you deposit $200 from your job or any gig job that you're doing. So I'm gonna say that again. You get $50 if you direct deposit $200 from your job or any gig economy job that you're doing, or any job in general. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a direct deposit. It cannot be no ACH transfer from a bank. It can't be a deposit of cash to your bank. It can't be no PayPal transfer or nothing like that. It has to be directly deposited for you to get that $50 bonus. It's a free $50. You get a free $50 if you do what I just said. And I'll leave my Cash App link in the description. I'll leave my if you guys want $100 free delivery fee credit on your next couple Postmates orders. If you're new to Postmates, never had Postmates before, I'll leave that link in the description as well, so you guys can take advantage of that. I'll also leave my Cash App link in the description. I'll also leave my current banking app link in the description as well. We'll both get $1 if you sign up and make a new account. And I believe that's about it, right? Yeah, that's about it. So you guys take care. You be safe and have a wonderful football Sunday.